And we live. Welcome to another episode of Sleazy Sports. And today I'm joined by the gents, Sihle in Shaba. Gents, how y'all doing?
And do not forget the main man of the moment, Peter.
Yeah. What up, Peter?
X, when I asked you what's the agenda for today, it's like those guys at work, they just set up teams meetings and just ask what's the agenda and just don't know what's the topic.
You
Yeah.
you mean the South African government where a meeting could have been an email? Just like sorry, okay, I'll keep quiet.
But anyway, guys, let's just jump into it now. I'll start off with the centering topic, which is pretty much the title of the episode. What the happened to Brazil? Like, I know, of course, we've had these conversations behind the scenes, but I wanted us to have this discussion on the show per se. I'll start off with you, Sihle, since you arrived first. What is
Oh,
your take? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what
For your
happens when you arrive
sins.
first.
it's a weird. It's with the Brazil. I think every country at some point goes through a phase where they don't know who they are because this Brazil, no one can identify it. I think Germany went through the same phase. I think when 10 years ago, where they were just like a bit iffy. You weren't sure what the hell was going on. But with Brazil,
10 years ago, they
theirs is
literally won the World Cup.
oh shit. 10 years ago is 2014.
Yeah,
5 years ago, I meant.
yeah, like
Yeah.
5. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, 5 years ago. Thanks for that, Shivar. To me, 10 years ago still registers as yeah, it's a while back. But anyway,
The
um,
2000s.
yeah, yeah, it does. But with Brazil, I think they. I'm trying to remember the last major trophy they won because I think that in itself might speak to the change in philosophy, where now they are wanting to be efficient more than flair. Because for some odd reason, someone has decided that flair cannot be efficient. Meanwhile, the flair brought them the efficiency in goals. Because right now, they do one step over, and you're like, oh, okay, the Brazil might come back, and it's gone. Even the type of play. It's that meme that I sent through where Onke was saying, sorry, the meme basically for everyone else was, ooh, the second coming, the new Pele Junior, that boy that everyone's saying is the
Henry.
best kid out of
Yeah,
out of Brazil. He touched the ball, not touched the ball. He completed a pass when he kicked off the game, and that was that. That in itself, and in 90 minutes. That is something Giroud does. I think he holds the record, by the way. But like not Brazil, with Vini on the one side, with freaking Rodrigo on the other side. You've got like powerful wingers, and you mean to tell me that your striker doesn't complete a pass, doesn't have a shot on target? I for 90 minutes? No. I think whoever the manager there must just call it a day. They must go back and find one of the older guys like your Dunga, if Dunga still coaches, and have him as a manager because this is not working. This is not Brazil that we know.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
my 2 cents.
Shava,
I think the last trophy they won was the Copa America, and I
yeah,
think
in 2019. Yeah,
it was in
2019.
2019,
Yeah.
and Neymar was injured. Neymar missed the entire tournament.
Yeah.
That was the last time they won it, which isn't that long ago if you think about it. Um, but the players that they won it with are now like Casemiro's not there anymore, Fernandinho's not there anymore. Their defense has changed. I don't even know who their centre backs were. That was that guy from Juventus. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Bobby Firmino's obviously not there anymore. Um, yeah, it doesn't sound that long ago, but that was probably an aging team to begin with.
So what you're
And
saying? They went through that phase of not getting younger players introduced earlier enough, like that whole succession where they had an aging squad, and now they're just being asked with, oh, okay, cool. Now you need to get these young players in, and they're failing to do that.
look, I don't know because I don't know the full squad, and I can't say I watched too many games. But I mean, that was the last trophy that they won, and
Yeah.
those were
Let
the
me share,
big Brazilian
share the
players of that
squad.
time.
Which squad are you referring to? The
The
2019 one? Or
2019 squad. This
oh,
squad, my guy, this squad is full of fake Brazilians. Like these guys should be playing for Sundown.
But so
Like,
Fred walks into the squad.
doesn't that say everything?
Yo, yep, it does. It really does, Shiva. I mean,
But
it
I'm
really does.
sorry, the Shiva.
Here's the
I'm
squad.
looking at I'm looking at the squad right now. Their defense is not that bad. The
That's
Nah, the
midfield
center
is
backs, the center backs are good, bruh. It's the left wing and I mean right left
Fullbacks,
back and right
left
back.
back. Yeah.
So
I
I mean,
don't
if you
think
compare
he's a bad player.
if you
I don't
compare
think
the
he's
squad,
a bad player.
to the Ronaldo squad.
so like the
Yeah,
2019
I have
squad
the
that won the
Ronaldo
Copa America, like Allison was there, Makino was there. The only difference was Silva was also in the back line, and I think some guy called
Yeah.
Miranda. The Nilo and the
Yeah,
Arana
Miranda.
guy were not there.
Yes.
And then in the
Comenza.
midfield, I think you had Arthur, you had Gabriel Jesus, William Coutinho, and then obviously Alexandro. I mean, so that's obviously a more experienced midfield compared to this midfield that you have there. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean, the
you
talent is
also
still
have-
there. I mean, let's not
you
that
al-
midfield right there is not a poor midfield. But again,
Has
it's not like
anyone in that midfield won a trophy?
Nah,
Ooh,
nah.
nah.
Allison.
Let's be honest.
Oh, you're talking about
No,
the outfield
midfield.
players.
I'm talking about
Nah, it's all
midfield.
about the midfield.
Oh,
Yeah. And we're not including the wingers, right? We're just including the
Well,
midfield.
I mean,
Because
we
at least
can include
Rodrigo
the
has.
winners because Rodrigo has and Rafinha has, but Rafinha's won a trophy as a bit part player, right? He was not first choice at Barcelona. And Rodrigo was pretty much a professional bit part player at Real Madrid. But that also made him important. So I'll give you Rodrigo, right?
Yeah.
But the rest of them,
Nah.
okay, fine. Militao's won some trophies at Madrid. Daniel
Oh, yeah,
has won some
Militao.
trophies.
And
Marquinhos
Manquinhos
won
as
some
well.
trophies.
Yeah.
Allison has won some trophies, right? So we're okay with the back line, but guys, Paqueta, he's a good player, guys, but
Yeah.
to play number 10 for Brazil,
Nah.
he
nah,
doesn't. Yeah, it's too
nah.
heavy.
It's too.
I
It's
think about
Okay, but
when you
if
think
not him,
about
who?
the players who play the number 10 for Brazil, do
But if
you
not
do
him,
you
who
even
then?
think about Paqueta?
they really.
'Cause that's
The
why-
thing is that I get what Shiva is saying. I mean, Peter, I know you saying who, but it just shows you the quality that is
Yeah.
available. There really
Yeah,
isn't
Brazil-
any quality that's available, bruh. Especially
Yeah.
in this era, bruh. I mean, look at the bench, bro. Andres Pereira,
I was about to say, I'm looking at the bench right now. I'm like,
bro.
okay, sure.
Some of
Okay,
these guys I don't even know, bro.
I think
Martinelli
Martinelli's
is
a good
there.
Yeah, yeah, of course. The guys who play in the Premier League, yeah, I know them.
I think Martinelli's a good player. I think Douglas Luiz is a good player.
Yeah, but
Oh, Gabriela,
You know-
touch out bench.
I think Gabriel is a really good player,
yeah,
but
he is.
none of them scream world class to me.
Thank you.
But
I was about to
I-
say,
Go up, go up, go up. I want
Right.
to see that starting lineup again.
yeah, there we
Ass.
Guys,
It's
over here there's an argument that Allison is the only world class player in this team.
go. Yeah,
it's not an argument.
that's not an argument, Shava. That's facts, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, let's
I mean-
compare. Let's look at Uruguay's team, bro, in comparison to Brazil. Because, bro, in the past,
Can't even name you more than two.
no, but like Valverde, right? Valverde walks into this
World
Brazilian
class.
team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You've got your striker, Shava. I think he
Darwin.
would play ahead of Hendrik.
He would.
That's
Oh,
He would
that's,
start.
that's when he sees the target, and for some reason he seems to be scoring when he's
Yeah.
playing for his international side more than.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not taking. No. I've promised myself that I'm gonna be a good person this time round. Shivar, I'm
Yeah.
not taking digs at your striker. Your striker is very
Yeah.
decent, but he surprised a lot of people with the amount of goals that he scored, because I think he's sitting on like 5 goals in the last 5 games that he's played.
Well,
And
but the thing
this,
is that
yeah, go for
oh,
it.
sorry. No, I was just saying. Sorry to interrupt you there, Sihle.
Mm.
But Uruguay's squad is more balanced, bro. Like even a guy like Ugarte. I mean, United are currently linked with him, and this is not to say that because he's linked with United, he's top. But he plays for PSG, right? You know, and then even man. I mean, okay, Suarez didn't come in. Damn, I thought maybe he would be in. But even we see Rodrigo Bentancur is not bad at all. So the gap between the two teams is not significant at all.
But I
it's,
think
it's
also
it's not a-
we've spoken.
yeah.
We've spoken about the difficulty of these South American competitions. Whenever they do continental competitions in South America, you never know. But I didn't think that Brazil had fallen off the pecking order as much as they have. They surprised me right now. That actually I watched. I think they had a friendly against England. Yeah. It was a snooze fest. I know it's a friendly and all of that, but
It was
still.
bad.
See, I remember England playing a friendly with Brazil when I was still in high school, right? And for the rest of the international break, all we could talk about was this pull that Ronaldinho did, or this touch that Kaká took. We all watch English football, and we all watched English football, and we were
But
all
when the
like
Brazilians-
pumped up to go and win. But after the game, we were just talking about, the Brazilians. That's what Brazil means to me, right? This is not Brazil. I don't recognize this as Brazil. This is Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, just because they don't have a manager now, you're taking shots at them, but it's fine. But I think, guys, let's like go back to these boys don't even know how to do the samba. Like, I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if you guys remember Nike running a whole ad on the Brazilian team where they were just doing the samba in the change rooms. I don't think these boys can do the samba.
Now,
They can't.
but this goes to my point around Brazilian football, and I think even globally, I've always said that part of football is the style of football one plays is the culture of where you come from, and I can bet you most of these players, by the time they turn 16, 17, they'd already moved or already in a position to start moving to Europe. So basically, the professional football has not been a cent or a day spent in Brazil. So when we talk about like the Brazilian flair, the whole samba dance, as soon as you get to Europe and you're 18-year-old, you have a coach who tells you these are the tactics,
Pep beats it out of them.
Yeah, like even if you just we talk about like football from like sense of entertainment, but like a part of style of play is culture. And when you talk about South African football, Kokas, there's a style of play, and you obviously don't have a necessary professional name for it in the terms of, but you have a style of play that you can say, showboating is an element of South African football. That's why people fall in love with South African football. So you don't see that in football. Someone will say, that's unnecessary football, but it's the element of culture in that football that makes people love it. And unfortunately, that element of Brazilian football is taken away because most of these players didn't grow up in Brazil in terms of the professional part of their lives. And as soon as you get to Europe, modern football, unfortunately, is just so robust. It's robotic. You need a player to give you a script. This is what you do on the ground. A guy can't think on his own. That's why likes of Grealish go to Man City and you see this guy is not the same player. Same players that just don't have that play anymore. It's like, what happened? But just because
I can't remember who made the comment that in these Euros, the only Pep coached player who's not robotic is Rodri. Everyone else is looking hella lost, and it's not the same players. you look at Foden, prime example. Foden looks, I don't know whether he's exhausted, but he just looks, he looks out of it. Doku, okay, Doku is fairly new in Pep's squad, so I'm not gonna give, because it's his first season. I could like literally name a few that everyone is like, they just look so robotic and they look out of place, and then everyone argues Foden is being played out of position, and but like, guys, Foden didn't just rock up and say, this is my given position, I'm gonna play this position. If I don't play this position, I'm a pap player, because he's been below bang average, actually. Saying he's being average is,
I want to try and name this team, right?
Name them. Shiva. I was about to say, let's go.
That's Dida, Lucio, Juan, Adriano, Emerson, Cafu, Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, Kaká, Zé Roberto, and of course Ronaldo.
the champion. Well done, Shiva.
And this is what I think when I think Brazil, right?
Bro.
You're like, oh shit, I don't want to play against him. Because look, also you guys were talking about culture, but Emerson was not your typical Brazilian. He was a hard man in the field, right?
100%.
Even Lucio was just a truck at the back. There was nothing skillful about him. But it's here. It's here. These guys don't have it here. Also, nowadays, can you play 4 attackers like Ronaldinho, Kaká, Adriano?
You'll be opening yourself up. You'll be opening yourself up.
But why didn't they get opened up? Because it's here. It's because it's here. It's because Ronaldinho knows that if I get the ball in a difficult situation, it's fine. I'll just beat 2 men. And Ronaldo's waiting for me in the box.
This is why I have my conspiracy that in the next 10 years, FIFA's gonna make a rule that's gonna basically say defenders, you're not allowed to cross this line. Attackers, you have the freedom to do what, because at the end of the day, football is no longer entertaining, bro. Like honestly, like it's getting so tactical that it's gonna almost be like NFL, bro. I promise you, bro. It's getting out of hand, bro. Like,
I think, and the weird part, the Euros have highlighted what Peter's saying, in that the only 3 memorable games are from Turkey, Turkey, as they've renamed themselves. They're not flair or anything. They are having a go at it. Yes. And everyone else is like stuck in the ways that I need to be here, I need to be there. And Turkey, I watched the game with my father-in-law, and he was asking me, who's that kid, the number 8 kid, the Madrid kid. He's like, how old is this kid? I'm like, you should. Yeah, I was the way that he plays football. It shows you that he has an understanding from a very early age that this is how we play football. And it's weird. These national teams that everyone had said, oh, they're gonna come. I hyped France. I said France is going to the final. Germany is gonna make it to the final. France haven't scored a goal in open play,
bruh.
Dude, it's crazy. Sitlen, you are spot on. I mean, Shiva and I were having this convo as well over the weekend. How the so-called teams that we expect to show up in the tournament have all been dead. I mean, France, the only thing that's helping them is their defense. I mean, they've only conceded 1 goal and it wasn't even an open play. It was a penalty.
But again, that's tactics.
Lewandowski had to retake it for him to score. So I think that's what's helping them. And as well, they're a team that when they get an opportunity, they tend to, capitalize, and they know how to shut up shop. And so I think that's what's pretty much helping them. But other than that, it's Spain for me, the team that's playing. I'd say
N'Golo has had how many man of the match performances?
It's because they're defensive. That's the reason why. They're basically playing to his like the way France are playing right now is that the defense is really what's showing up. I mean, really, these guys.
Imagine Pogba right now looking at how soulless freaking the French national side looks, and he's sitting at home, his old steroid up. I know, but things he would be doing at this tournament.
Yeah.
That's what's missing in France right now.
Dude. Yeah, man. You are right, dog. You are right. You're all right, you know.
That's true.
But yeah, man, like it's crazy.
Well,
We see even
On this conversation, on the best fullbacks in the world right now, top
Yeah.
4.
Yo,
Reese.
you go, Shabba, bro.
Who is the best fullback in the world right now? I think the best fullback in the world is João Cancelo.
Yeah, same here. I also do, bro. Cancelo's wavy, bro. Cancelo, dog. Like he needs to apologize to Pep because
And as for love back, and as for
I
love
know
back,
no one can afford him, bro. Like Barca have let him go, and that's not because he's a bad player. It's just there's no money for him. But I'd take him at United, you know. If
to leave United,
come into
United
the
right
red
now,
side.
United right now will take anything.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm
Wow,
saying. He's anything, isn't he?
Nah, but I watched him over the weekend. I know, man. Nah, this guy can go, come back,
Yeah.
and easily so throughout the whole match.
And he can also take on a player. That's another thing.
That's the
He's
other
also
thing,
very
yeah.
good at taking on, bro. Like, yo, dude. And that element of the game is now gone, bro. You hardly see guys. You know, if a right back is looking more wavy than wingers, then you know there's an issue, bro. You know there's a big issue, bro. And yeah, man, the game for me, man, it's
I think
really
there are enough wingers who take their man on. Like we saw Diaz did to Walker.
yeah.
Right? Maybe they're just not encouraged to do it.
It's the coaches.
They prefer passing around the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Siche just named one, DeMarco from Italy.
I actually think if we're going with someone from Italy, it's got to be Theo Hernandez, right? And when I say Italy, I mean Serie A. It's got to be Theo Hernandez, right?
From France. Yeah.
From France, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
he's
guys,
also,
I'm going to say Trent. I'm putting Trent in there.
No, you're allowed to
He's
until
gonna fight you
Southgate
like
until Southgate decides to let's take him and stick him in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah. Although I did tell X, England haven't won a game without Trent on the pitch.
Yeah.
So-
He did
Also,
say,
is a lucky charm.
yeah,
But also, guys, it's England. Like, I don't know what's going on with England.
yeah. And then there's Tabo
But
here.
just
Tato rather. It says Nunes. I'm not too sure which one he's referring to. As
Tato P, which Nunes are you speaking on now? There's a lot of
Trent,
Nunes.
Who's Portugal's left back?
isn't it Dalo?
No, that's a right back. Who's their
Oh,
left
right
back?
back.
I think he's also left back for PSG. I think it's that guy.
Oh, but that isn't that Mendes?
Mendes. Okay, maybe
Yeah, it's
I'm lost.
Mendes. Yeah,
Mendes.
Yeah, he will
isn't
tell us. He will tell us
Yeah.
which one he's speaking on because
Yeah,
Nunes.
yeah,
There's a
Tato.
lot of Nunes.
Tato, please,
Yeah,
Tato,
It's
dog.
like-
Like, I'm also not sure.
It's like tattoos. How many tattoos are they?
Oh yeah, you see,
Nuno Mendes. There we
Nuno
go.
Mendes. Yeah. All right. No, we get you, man. We get you.
Nah,
We
but
get
guys, the state of football has us missing EPL. Like this is in the middle of a major tournament. We are
Yeah.
missing EPL. Like, dude, we're missing freaking Stoke. Okay, I'm being facetious with Stoke.
No way, dog.
We're missing.
they-
Okay,
Okay, but let's be
you get my
honest.
point.
The championship playoffs are more entertaining. I'm sorry.
Okay. Look, I found the Euros very boring, but I thought that
Yeah.
Spain-Germany game was like quality. I thought that was a
Yeah.
quality game from two quality teams. Those two sides, you and I spoke about this. I said the winner of that game wins the tournament because those two, and I thought Germany was going to win. As a Spain supporter, as soon as Pedri went off, I'm like, okay, there it is. Germany's going to win. But those two sides look like club sides, right?
Yeah.
Spain,
Yeah, but
even
think
when
about-
I watched
think
them,
about-
even when Pedri was off, they have cohesion. I don't see
Yeah.
cohesion in any other team. I don't know if you guys remember, but not the season that just went, the season before that, when we were trying to place where Arsenal would finish. And I said the one thing Arsenal have is they look like a team, right? They had that over the other teams around that time. It's the same thing with Spain and Germany and Turkey. I know Turkey have gone home.
Yeah.
But-
Ish.
They just don't have the quality. But those three teams looked like a team. How good is Fabian Ruiz? How good is Fabian Ruiz? At the start of the tournament, I'm like, why the hell are we playing Fabian Ruiz? Every time I've seen him, he's hit. But look how he turns up.
Yeah.
It's the
He's
system.
playing like the Napoli Fabian Ruiz, because in Napoli he was wavy. Yeah.
I mean,
there was a point.
Napoli played 2 games against Liverpool, and he was probably the worst player on the pitch in both games.
The thing is that we can't judge a player's performance over 2 games, Shiva, bro.
True.
You have to look at his entire work. And man. I also Danny Olmo. I told CKN about Danny Olmo. I rate Danny Olmo. It's just that he plays for Leipzig, and of course there isn't much. They don't really talk about him.
Take back what you said about Nico Jackson.
Oh, Nico Williams, you mean? Yeah.
Nico Williams.
Yeah, you see why? It's because I've seen his portfolio now, and you see him and Yamal, quality, bro, quality. And I'd say Yamal, bro, for his age, yes, man,
he deserves that billion. Apparently, there's a buyout clause of $1 billion on his contract. But on the point that you were making, the Shivar, on fluidity. The German side, the one thing I love about the German side is that no player is played out of position, if that makes sense. You play where you play in your club.
More
and
or less.
It makes it easy, more or less, and it makes it easy for you to move up, because I think the manager, the one thing that he went and did is he selected players based on how good they are in their position at their clubs. With Southgate, he goes and he bickers about missing Calvin Phillips, and you ask yourself that, hey, Calvin Phillips is fit, why didn't you choose him? Because there were times that you've chosen him and he hadn't played enough minutes. There was the same thing with who's the Rashford, where Rashford was selected and I think he hadn't played in ages. So you can't say, well, he doesn't have enough minutes, and then turn around and say, well, I miss him. You miss him, but you're the one who chose not to select him. Like, make that make sense.
The thing I don't understand is,
bro. Another thing is that
why put Trent at midfield, right? Trent has a specific skill set, right? England already have a player who has that same skill set, but is a midfielder, right?
Yeah.
I understand why you wouldn't take Ward-Prowse to the Euros. I completely understand why. But I don't understand why you would leave Ward-Prowse at home and put Trent in midfield. If you wanted that skill set, rather take the player who knows how to play the position.
True. Well,
True.
And his substitutions. Sorry, guys. This is like my last point on Southgate. I know we've hammered this, but like they're fucking boring. England, that is. His substitutions are weird as F. Like, I can understand why young players are starting to disrespect the manager, in that these are young players that are getting managed by top of the top pecking order when it comes to managers, be it Jude at Madrid being coached by the Don, Foden being coached by the manager who's won it all and back. Okay, I don't know about Mainu. I'm not going to speak on Mainu and his manager. But
I don't go, bro. I'm just smiling.
But like his substitutions, he takes Saka. Okay, Saka is being coached by an arrogant prick who has won nothing but thinks that he's arrived. And he takes Saka, and his argument is that that's where Saka started playing football. I get that, but Saka is more efficient, more upfront. But and the weird part is, I feel the Queen passing has helped England, because now they've got an ancestor who's a real ancestor, because their passage through the group stages, through the semis, is way too easy.
I think you need to put a disclaimer before anything said on this show. Hey, words of the host.
What did I say wrong now?
Yeah.
What did I say wrong now? Sorry, I promise to be a better person.
So England have the Netherlands now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, when you look at the Netherlands, I think CKN, you've made a valid point with Southgate. complaining about not having Calvin Phillips. Koeman, on the other hand, he's been coping without Frankie De Jong. I mean, Reinders for me is, I haven't been paying attention. I didn't pay attention to him in Serie A, but he's been playing very well in midfield as far as, keeping the ball ticking. And, the Netherlands are a possession-based team. So, for a team that for a long time they've struggled. I mean, Netherlands are not a team that usually goes far in tournaments, besides the 2010 World Cup. But other than that, the last time they, did well was like in the 90s, so for them to be where they are currently is also remarkable. And I mean, it's two styles, of course. England are more of a physical team, whereas the Netherlands are not as physical, unless if you're talking about your boy Virgil Shiva, because Virgil, I don't
think,
know what he means, but
Shivar, if you're being honest with Virgil and his performances this tournament, a bit shaky. If we're being
I
honest,
don't think so. I don't think so.
he struggled. He struggled.
He's been solid, bro. I think he's
Nah.
team. I think he's in my team of the tournament, bro.
I don't think I've ever heard Sihle say a good thing about Virgil, so I do take it with a grain of salt.
Nah, yeah.
Especially
I did
since
say I did
especially
agree.
since
I
Virgil
did
took
say
the kids and won a trophy against Chelsea. So
no.
like,
I did speak good of him when he moved
some
from
passion
Southampton to your side. I said he's done himself a huge favor. That's about it. I think it's overhyped. Sorry, that's just my view.
Can we talk
I-
about centre back? Can we talk about centre backs? Right? Because we spoke about how there isn't any truly world class fullbacks. How many world class centre backs are there?
Yeah, the French
Hardly.
ballers that X tried to sell to us a couple of seasons back. And he says, yeah, if you want to set them back, go to France. Yeah, they're proving otherwise.
No, I said if you're looking for a cheap and reasonable player.
Oh, so that's the part that we missed, the cheap part.
Yeah, I mean, Kante is not a centre back. Morris is not a centre back. Yeah, we've got Saliba here. Sihle just named.
Saliba? Yes.
Yeah.
Saliba?
Yeah, Saliba is like right there. He's proven a lot of people wrong because I think he and the manager said something. What did he say? He said he doesn't like some of the decisions that he makes. I think he's ironed that out. And this is his national manager went and said this. This whole tournament, I don't recall him dilly-dallying on the ball. He's been nothing but solid. He's probably the only one that I can think of. Even the Italians, I don't. And the Italians, this was there.
I like Thingy, that guy, man, who scored the first goal for Italy, bro. He plays for Inter, dog. Centre back. Bastoni. I rate Bastoni. I think Bastoni is a solid.
No, I don't think Marquinhos is world class.
Oh, you don't think Marquinhos is world class?
Bastoni, I think is more antics than anything.
Yeah, Bastoni. Sure.
But the fact that we
I haven't seen that much of him. What I have seen,
it's exactly what Peter is saying.
What?
The fact you have to struggle for names says a lot, bro. Like, I mean, this is weird. Like, we're literally watching a tournament in Europe and we're struggling to even name just 10. We're just like, oh, Ish, what about him? What's about? Like, oh, this is bad, man. This is bad.
It's bad, bro. Rudiger.
He's got antics. I think Rudiger, he's been overhyped ever since he moved to Madrid. He's decent, but he's not as world class as everyone makes him seem to be.
I think he's a good player. I think he's a very good player.
I also think
he's world class.
Is he world class? Is he world class?
No.
Okay, that's my argument. He's good, but he's not there.
Would I have him next to Van Dijk? Yes. But is he world class? No.
That would be a solid part. Because with centre backs, it's all about the partnership, bro. After all, that's what matters.
It's also because the centre backs nowadays coming through aren't leaders, right? Like, okay, Bastoni, I see a bit of a leader in there, and I'll always go back to what Jamie Carragher said: don't judge a centre back when he has a leader next to him. Judge a centre back on when he has to be the leader.
That's true.
That's
true.
That's why I will always stick up for Virgil, because He's made Joe Gomez look good. He's made Nat Phillips look good. He's made
He's
Dejan
made his-
Lovren look good. He's made Jordan
No, man.
Henderson look like a centre back. Right?
Who's
Yeah.
the other player, that lanky player that you have from? Oh fuck.
Matchup is good.
Matchup.
Matchup is good.
What is it? I think Virgil has made him appear to be better than
Yeah.
what he is.
But
And
you
I
are.
remember when he got injured, when Virgil got injured, I could see some cracks in there. But yes, on that statement, bang on. I think there's certain positions, 4, 5, and 6. Those are your leader positions. I get up front, the strikers get excited, and the keeper also, but keeper is not most of the time involved in the game. Is only involved most of the time when they are defending. But if you've got a leader in that role, the 4, 5, 6 role, your team is gonna go far. I know that everyone goes on that Testic, Mr. Rice, is going to be a future England captain. Can I be honest though? I don't see his PR team works brilliantly when it comes to media briefings, and he says the right things, but on the field I don't see that. I don't know, there's that thing that's missing. That's like there's that spice that's missing on that Rice.
He's too keen.
Yeah.
He's too keen.
That yes.
Yeah. And as well, he passes
He
the
seems
ball a
like
lot.
a nice guy.
Yeah. There's no he's not ballsy, let me say that.
Yes.
Doesn't
Yes.
have
Look,
Like
I think he's a good player.
you get
I think
you
he's
get
a brilliant player, and I think he's had an
Yeah.
amazing season with Arsenal. But
yeah.
that he is.
he's not a
But you
captain.
get Mino coming in, and he's the one who's pointing around. Maybe I'm used to that old
Because
school way of
Mino's a
playing
leader,
football.
bro.
Yeah,
Mino's a
I'm
leader.
off you point.
I'm
You,
just
you want
saying.
the player to be here. I don't see that in Rice.
No, but he is a leader, Swade, bro. You can be a leader as a kid, bro. If you're a
As
leader,
a
you're a
general,
leader,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
No, but he's a
general.
leader. He's a leader, dog.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him on the hotspot yet.
Oh, who might do?
Yeah, I mean he's good.
Does
I
it
mean
start-
I'll give him credit. So he's a good player, but as to say he's a leader, I don't know if he's
He's a
taken
leader.
England from worse to good.
That's the best compliment you could give.
Look,
From worst to
I
good.
don't think England were that bad in this last game, but I think they shouldn't be taken to penalties by Switzerland. I think that team
Yeah.
should be doing a lot better.
Even that team, what is this? Is it Slovakia?
Yeah, Slovenia I think was
Slovenia.
Nah,
Like-
the nice thing is that even the English fans that are pro Southgate, which most of the time is the media, they're starting to see right through the facade. Sure, fine, he's I don't know what the FA see in him, but they've extended his contract.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more question mark around. Is really the person that we think he is? I mean, this midfield partnership that the midfield players that they currently have, they'd like to see it as the golden Belgium generation of their time. They've had it good with your Scholes, your Gerrard, your Beckham and whatnot. And they're looking at these kids, and they're young kids, but progression-wise, if they are handled correctly, these kids can take over the world. Foden, if he, I don't know, there's that level that he needs to step up a bit. I can put him in the Ballon d'Or conversation in the next couple of years. Jude, same thing. Jude's PR team does some brilliant work, and I do see him in that conversation in the next couple of years. Kobe also, if he continues at this rate, honestly, guys, I always bash Man United. I think this kid he's the real deal. He's
Thanks.
showing it time and time again.
Fist
Look
bump.
at I think so as well, but it's just I've heard this before.
Uncle.
You've had
Don't hate, sir. Sweet, don't hate, bro. Why are you shaking your head? dog? Why? Yeah.
no, but like
All right.
the interesting part of this kid's progression is the season that we're going into. Same thing with Cole Palmer, because I look at it and I said he literally carried Chelsea on his back throughout the whole season. Now he's going to be reporting to a new manager. There's a different expectation now that, hey, listen, you are right up there. And unfortunately, he cannot go backwards because they will skin him alive if he goes backwards. Goes the same thing with your boy there, in that the manager right now is under pressure. Sure, fine, he's extended his contract by a year. I don't know what you guys are doing on the transfer market. I know you're rumored to be linked with like literally everyone, but like nothing comes off that.
It's always
But
the case.
it's going to be interesting, as this kid is now a starter, is like literally a Man United starting 11 player. Now he has to
Mason
take it up.
Mount regen coming through.
Okay,
I'm joking,
don't go
I'm
there.
joking,
Don't go
That's
there.
a good Yeah.
Bruh, you're gonna get kicked off the show, bruh. I'm this close to removing you from the stream. But guys, let's talk about another topic. Extra time. Reason why I want us to have this discussion is because, let's be for real, there's a high possibility a game is gonna go to penalty shootouts after a game ends, after in 90 minutes. And I've seen in
that's
Copa
still-
America,
Mhm.
Copa America, there's no extra time. They go straight to pens. So what's your take? Yeah, you go
I
first.
still like extra time. There's a level of
Tension.
yeah, in that the players are tired, and the minute that you're tired, your concentration level, it lapses by that split second, and next thing you know, a player that you thought was here is now there, and that mistake might just cost you the whole thing. I don't know if you guys remember, there was a golden goal that they introduced a couple of years back,
Yeah, it's
where
not
if
a
you go to extra time and whoever scores first, Shaile, that's it. It's game over. Bring that shit
I
back,
think he
please.
won the UEFA Cup on golden goal.
Yeah, even in Euro 2004, bro, Greece beat France with the golden goal, bro,
Golden goal.
to go to
Bring
the
that back.
semis,
I'm
bro.
keen for it. But for my side,
Turkey as well.
I still like the extra time.
For me,
Yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
issue is a lot of games that go to extra time. If it's 0-0 90 minutes, go straight to penalties. Because honestly, like if it took 90 minutes and no one has scored, in my view now it's almost like lapse of concentration on the 119th minute. And for me, it's like, okay, you've had 119 minutes of nothing exciting, especially from this Euros where you have like nothing exciting in like 119 minutes, and then you have that one moment which changes the game, which fine is an element of excitement, but for me it's like at least there has to be at least goals within the 90 minutes, at least one goal, two goals,
Okay.
1-1. Because now it's like you're
I'm
summing
gonna
up a
disagree.
game into 1 minute, into which is extra time, where it's like, okay, just have the golden rule or at least have penalties straight after. Because besides that, you're just having an endless game that relies on a mistake of a oops on the last second, and it's like, okay, game over. It's like, what am I watching, bro?
I'm gonna disagree on that, and I'm gonna take you back to Netherlands and Spain in 2010. That was a good game to watch. Both teams looked like they could win it, but where I do agree with you is there were large portions of the game where the Dutch were just sort of not playing football. They were just sort of, walking around.
They're
But
doing
they did
Mourinho.
have their chances. They did have their chances. And I think sponsors and not the players and us fans, I
You're
can
right,
see
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I can see that. But what I was going to say is, with the amount of games that are being played nowadays, and there's going to be more with the Champions League, there's going to be more with the Club World Cup. The next World Cup looks like, I don't know, an entire football season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I
taking all the countries that are registered with FIFA to USA, and that's why they split it
Yeah.
into two different countries.
Something like that, yeah. I think for the benefit of the players, like, don't go 120 minutes, stop at 90, and then go to pens.
For me,
That's
it's like they thought they could fix the issue by increasing the number of substitutes. But for me, realistically speaking, the idea of having an extra or two extra substitutes does not really change the game much,
Yeah,
especially when we look
true.
at the quality of depth most teams have. It doesn't really shift the game significantly for us to say, okay, now you have five substitutes, and even the way they're spaced out, you can only make certain amount of substitutes. It doesn't really change the game.
I
especially-
get confused by that shit, by the way. I don't know if I'm the only one.
I
That
can
if you miss
explain
this window, you can only now bring back you can bring on one player instead of 3 players. It like fucking confuses the crap out of me.
This is how it works. You are allowed to make 5 substitutes, but you only allowed to have 3 substitution breaks. Right?
Whoa.
So you can't stop the game 4 times to make a substitute. Which means if you want to bring on 5 players, then in 1 break or in 2 breaks, you have to bring on 2 players.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. No wonder
But
they all
halftime doesn't count in that. So you can bring someone on at halftime and then still have 3 breaks for substitutes.
Oh,
We
makes
live and we
sense.
learn. Thanks, Mr. VAR.
So that you
yeah,
see,
the
I have to
VAR
live up to the title sometimes. the thinking behind it is they don't want managers now to start making substitutions to waste time.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
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 either
the
way,
one
so
thing
far.
also the one thing that they've cut out is extra time. Because I can't remember which tournament it was. We extra not well, yeah, the refs time.
Yeah, optional.
It was optional. It was crazy. You talking like
It was the
8.
World Cup.
Mm.
Oh yeah, it was the World Cup. Now it's you sitting at like 3-4 minutes, which is acceptable. Because like 10 minutes, that's another game, and that match now goes to extra time. Next thing you know, it's 1 a.m. in South Africa. But
That's true, dog. I fully agree with you, dog. These games are ending late, dog. You know, where you find yourself, yo. Yeah, but another
guys,
thing is,
Are the games ending
when
later
I
or are we just getting older? Let's ask that question.
I suspect it's the latter. Guys, and I need
yeah,
to get this guy bed. It's his time. And yeah, continue. We'll chat, and all the best for the new
yeah.
season to all of you.
No. Yeah, no, indeed. Thanks,
Okay.
Shens. And as well, the season starts on the 16th of August, bro. That's another thing, bro. Players aren't getting enough rest, bro. You see, at least in basketball, season finished just now. It's only back in September, October. That's when the season begins. So you get like 3 months where you can relax, go on holiday, be with family. Whereas, like, it's crazy, bro. You get 3 weeks, bro. You know, it's insane, bro. And especially if you're a player, let's say you are Bellingham, you win the Euros, God forbid.
God forbid.
No, you say that, but
I'm hating
there was
on
a season
England, bro.
where there
Yeah.
was a season where Son played like 70 games.
Listen to that, bro. That's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
And then after that, you have to come back on the 16th, kickoff, boom, Premier League is back, bro.
And
Like
then there
you
was
won't
also
get
a
time
season
to
that
rest.
Pedri played like 60 games like 70
Yeah.
games because he played the under 21 World Cup, he played the Olympics, then he played every game for Spain in the Euros, and he was
Yeah,
Barcelona's best player. And they made it quite far, and I think it was the
yeah.
Europa League that year.
They got knocked
Like
out by us, but anyway.
the
Mhm.
Europa League,
FIFA's
right?
FIFA's
Yeah.
gonna say, why don't you rotate? That's what FIFA's argument is gonna be. Why don't they
Nah.
rotate?
But the thing with rotating is
Mm.
inevitably, and it just has to because that's just how the world works. Rotating reduces the quality of football that you're seeing.
Yeah. You are.
Do you want to
All
go
right.
and see? Do you want to go and see Ronaldinho, or do you want to go see Robinho? Now, Robinho wasn't a bad player in his day, right? And you'd be happy
Yeah.
to see Robinho. But imagine you bought your ticket and you're like, I'm gonna go watch Brazil, and you're like, oh, Robinho's playing left wing. What's the first thing you're saying?
Yeah.
Where's Ronaldinho? What did I spend
Yes.
my money on?
That's so true, bro. That really is true, bro. I fully agree on that. It dilutes pretty much the game itself. Yeah, but like, hey, yo, I feel for these players because I hope Yamal doesn't go to the Olympics. I mean, he is eligible, but imagine him going to the Olympics after playing in the Euros. We need players, like players need to be protected. You know, they really do. And I sometimes get why at times clubs, hold on to their players and they don't allow them to play extra fixtures. It's because of that. You don't want your player to end up like Michael Owen, because Owen, that's what happened to him. Owen played so many fixtures, bro, and eventually, bro, his body was like, nah, gee, you
I
crazy.
mean,
He's
Shiva's
got
boy just retired.
120 goals for Liverpool, right, in all competitions, and he left us when he was 23.
Listen to that. That is insane.
I mean, Thiago just
Yeah,
retired. I mean, that's crazy.
yeah, Thiago.
But he's
Yeah,
another one. He's another one who played a lot of games when he was young.
yeah. And injuries, bro, they plagued them. Yo, and Thiago for me was one of the best midfielders I've ever seen. It's
Like the best way to describe that guy is just sauce. That's
too much.
all.
Too much, bro. He had everything. He had everything. Mayonnaise, sweet chili, tomato sauce. You name it all, bro.
That's why we just expect FIFA. I'm telling you, man. The solution to this, they're gonna tell you guys, no longer 15-minute break, halftime. It's now halftime show. You got an hour. Drake, Kendrick Lamar. Let's go. Halftime show. Let's go. I'm telling you, bro. This is how they're gonna solve this issue.
Then I'm
No
done,
money,
guys. Then I'm done. Then I'm out. I'll
Yeah,
go
you
watch
see what I'm
tennis or something.
Yeah, and that's true, Shiva, bro, because really, we're gonna end up watching other sports, because really the game is just not the same anymore. And yeah, players need to be protected. Like they really do, man. Yeah. I don't know what you guys wanted to add in closing, Shiva and Sway.
I mean, I guess go back to the whole Brazil thing. I think, I understand they're no longer a great team. I just think it's probably an era. And I mean, Argentina went through a long break without winning anything themselves. And I think they've now kind of got themselves back into somewhat of a structure. I think Brazil, between the Pele era of the 1970s until like the 1990s, they didn't go to any far in the World Cup. I think they always got knocked out in the
But they were
semis.
so dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still dangerous.
They still put the fear in you.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think because of the aspect of that culture aspect gone, and also the fact that Brazil doesn't have an identity, it's probably going to take a long time before they really form back into that team that everyone feared in terms of the style of play. And I guess because again, football again itself is now becoming very, even when you think back when you talk about football as a kid, you're not focused about style of play. I mean, no one asked you what you know about, like, maybe because now we play a lot of FIFA and it's like Football Manager, but like you didn't know much about like tactics, and all you saw was Ronaldinho has the ball and what he does with his feet seemed like magic. Even like a player like Rooney, but like Rooney was not like a stylish player, but like just seeing this
Yeah.
kind of short guy just bulldozing people, man. Like those kind of things are just things that innately football is no longer. And for me, that's always my worry. But again, maybe things go through different turns and times, and maybe it'll fall back. Maybe the world will change. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's just a space of error. I will still say AFCON to me is probably still going to stand out as probably one of the most entertaining tournaments in the past 2 years compared to these
Yeah.
other two. And
I
maybe it's
know,
a
fact.
bias, but for me, when I even watch a small country like you could watch a Guinea versus Angola, and the match to see me seem more entertaining, and because it's not like so robotic. But again, I don't know. But to me, it's like those kind of things just show you that football is supposed to have some level of grassroots in it. It's not like just supposed to be like a piece of paper who's the most tactically or smarter coach or player or whatever. But I mean, football's still always going to be fun, but it must not lose that element of grassroots, the style of play, the funness of football, take a risk, step over, Nyana, don't just pass back, go back. Coach says, no, man, straight line, cut, you 60-degree kick, hey, man. Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Shiva, on your end?
I think what you just said there, Peter, was very depressing. Like you said, Brazil don't have an identity, but people my age, you think about football, you think about Brazil, right? That's what we grew up with, that Brazilian team. And now Brazil don't have an identity. Maybe that's the way football is going.
Brad was even identified like Germany. What's the former coach? The one that was like, the one who won the issue of the World Cup?
Low.
Joaquim Low.
My God, like
Low, yeah.
Brazil, Germany itself was literally a country that when you're playing against these guys, you're playing against some kind of machine. But you don't see that these days. I don't know. It's just the way football. I don't know. But yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, no. I know. You guys have said a mouthful, guys.
Guys, who's winning the
thank
Euro?
you so
Who's winning the Euros?
Yeah,
think
I was
last
about to.
question.
I was literally about to show the fixtures, but hey, I think France are gonna win it. They're the Real Madrid of international football. They just always find a way of winning, And this is not to say that they play amazing football. They don't. They just, yeah, man. They just know how to win these tournaments, man. And yourself, Shiva, I know you said Spain.
So I said Spain not because I'm a Spain fan. I initially said
Yeah.
Germany. I thought Germany would beat
Yeah.
Spain. And I say Spain just because they look like a team. That's all. They look like a team. That's why I think they'll win.
But as well, they've got a lot of suspensions, bro. Carvajal
But
out.
okay, you saw it didn't really matter though, right? Like when Pedri went off, Olmo came on and just picked up where he left off.
Yeah, Olmo
I don't know who
really.
the backup right back would be. I think it's actually Jesus Navas who would come in at right back.
Oh yeah, Navas, who's not bad. He's experienced. He's got a Euro. He's got a World Cup. Hey, okay. Yeah, you're right, Shiva. You're right. And then you, Peter. Don't say England, please.
I
Don't
have
say
to.
England. Say Netherlands. Complete the trio.
Why not? Why not? How? Yeah, I mean Southgate. Southgate has a lot going on for himself, man. And okay. Look,
But
honestly,
you sound like you try to convince yourself there.
in honesty, I assume France is going to, like X said, it's the Real Madrid of international football. But Ellen or me just feels Southgate just gonna, yeah, I don't know, man. Just yeah.
Dude, that
I'll
can't
leave it
happen.
there.
Oh my.
That is when we pronounce football dead.
That's literally. I won't hear the end of it, bruh. They'll train for 5 years. They'll train for the next 4 years, bro. Yeah, but anyway, Jets, much appreciated for availing yourselves. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out. This is Easy Sport, and we out. Peace.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.